When did someone's destructive behavior actually prevent a tragedy? My brother Tyler was the kind of kid who broke everything he touched, not on purpose. He just had this energy inside him that needed to come out somehow. He punched holes in walls when he got mad, broke 3 phones by throwing them, got expelled from 2 schools for fighting. Mom cried every night wondering what she did wrong. I was the good kid, straight A's, never in trouble. Everyone loved comparing us. Why can't Tyler be more like his brother? By the time he was 17, Tyler was barely coming home. He'd disappear for days, show up with bruised knuckles, and wouldn't explain where he'd been. Mom stopped asking. She was just tired. Then one Tuesday in March, I got a call from the police at 2 in the morning. They had Tyler in custody. He'd broken into the old Miller warehouse on 5th Street, smashed a window, destroyed some equipment inside. They wanted Mom to come get him. Mom was already in her car before I hung up the phone. I went with her. At the station, Tyler looked worse than usual. His shirt was ripped, he had cuts all over his arms, but his eyes were different, wild, scared. The officer told us Tyler had caused over $5,000 in property damage, but then he said something that made no sense. He also might have saved 4 lives tonight. Mom and I just stared at him. The officer explained that after Tyler broke in, he started smashing things in the main room. That's when he heard sounds coming from the back. Tyler went to investigate, found a door to the basement. Inside were 4 kids from his old high school, 2 boys and 2 girls. They were unconscious on the floor, empty pill bottles everywhere. Tyler called 911 immediately. Then he dragged each kid up the stairs by himself, started doing CPR on the one who wasn't breathing. By the time paramedics arrived, Tyler had saved all 4 of them. Turns out they'd planned a group suicide, posted about it in some private chat. Nobody else knew where they were. The warehouse had been abandoned for 2 years. No reason for anyone to be there, especially not at midnight on a Tuesday. Except Tyler had been breaking into that warehouse for months. It was his spot, where he went when he couldn't handle being around people. He'd smash old equipment, punch concrete walls until his hands bled, scream until his voice gave out. That night he showed up and saw a car parked outside that shouldn't have been there. He got angry, thought someone was messing with his spot, so he broke in ready to fight whoever was inside. Instead, he found 4 kids dying on a basement floor. The families of those kids came to the police station the next morning. 2 moms, 1 dad, 1 older sister. They didn't know what to say to Tyler. He'd destroyed their kid's suicide attempt, literally broke down a door and dragged them back to life. One of the moms hugged Tyler and wouldn't let go. She kept saying thank you over and over while Tyler just stood there stiff and uncomfortable. The warehouse owner decided not to press charges, said $5,000 was worth 4 lives. But here's the part that nobody expected. 2 weeks later, one of the kids Tyler saved showed up at our house. His name was Connor. He was 16, skinny, quiet. He asked if he could talk to Tyler. They sat on our front porch for 3 hours. I don't know what they said. Mom and I watched through the window. Connor came back the next week, then the week after that. Eventually, all 4 kids started coming over. They'd sit in our garage with Tyler. Sometimes they'd talk. Sometimes they'd just sit there in silence. Tyler taught them what he did with his anger, how to break things that didn't matter instead of breaking himself. Mom bought a bunch of old plates from the thrift store. They'd go in the backyard and smash them against the fence. Tyler set up a punching bag in the garage, showed them how to hit it properly so they wouldn't break their hands like he always did. It became this weird therapy group that nobody planned. 6 months later, Connor's mom called our house. She was crying, said Connor had been seeing a real therapist now, taking medication, doing better. But he told her the person who saved his life wasn't just that night in the warehouse. It was every Tuesday after when Tyler showed him it was okay to be angry, to be destructive, as long as you broke things instead of yourself. One by one, the other families called, said the same thing. Tyler never went back to school, got his GED instead, started working construction where he could break things for a living. But every Tuesday night, those 4 kids still show up at our house. They're in college now, living their lives, but they come back. Sometimes they sit in the garage and talk. Sometimes they smash old plates in the backyard. And Tyler, the kid who broke everything he touched, sits with them. Still angry, still destructive, still the brother everyone worried about. But also the reason 4 families didn't have to bury their children. Mom stopped crying at night after that. Not because Tyler changed. He didn't really. He's still the kid who punches walls and breaks phones. But now she knows that sometimes the most broken people are the only ones who know how to find the others before they shatter completely.